Would you like India to win the World Cup? आप IPL के फैन हो, वर्ल्ड कप के फैन हो?
IPL के।
तो आपको वर्ल्ड कप पसंद है?
वर्ल्ड कप।
IPL?
IPL नहीं पसंद है।
फिर आप दोनों दोस्त कैसे हो?
People will say anything.
ठीक है, सामने जो आ रहा है उसको तो देखना जरूरी है ना।
कौन आ रहा है सामने?
वही IPL। जब खिलाड़ी चोट से डरेगा तो खेलेगा क्यों?
It's got its four. India lift the World Cup.
One brings the world together, the other makes the world compete against each other. The IPL and the World Cup. And I can't think of a single Indian who turned around and say, let's not have either of these. You know, we love our cricket and I'm sure we wouldn't mind having enough and more of it. But of course, it all goes down to priorities. Which one of these should be prioritized? Should the Indian team skip the later half of the IPL so that they're fresh for the World Cup? On today's episode of Stranger 11, let's ask people what they think. Now let's take a look at this episode's Stranger 11. None of them have played cricket, but all of them have an opinion. IPL fans from Chennai Super Kings and RCB here with me. Who else but them to answer this $1 million question? Should the Indian cricket team play the IPL just before the World Cup?
They should play the IPL, but I am wary about the fast bowlers, especially people like Shami who are prone to injury. If they play the whole 14 matches, they might get injured and miss out on the World Cup, which is like the biggest thing for any Indian to play.
Interesting. Okay, let's talk to you now. இப்போ மகேந்திர சிங் தோனி வந்து already people are saying ஏஜ் ஆயிடுச்சு, வயசு ஆயிடுச்சு, அவங்க எப்படி IPL வேர்ல்ட் கப் எல்லாமே விளையாட போறாங்க. நீங்க என்ன சொல்றீங்க?
அவர் கண்டிப்பா இந்த வருஷம் வந்து வேற யாருக்குனாலும் சிஎஸ்கேல கேப்டன்ஷிப் கொடுத்துட்டு இவர் வந்து மென்டாரா வந்து பண்ணலாம். IPL விட நம்மளுக்கு வந்து வேர்ல்ட் கப் ரொம்ப மெயின்.
Should the Indian team skip the IPL ahead of the World Cup?
No. Not at all. No, not at all.
Yes.
One guy with a contrasting view. Why?
I'm a KKR fan. So we anyway don't have many players who are playing the World Cup in the playing 11. So let the rest of the team not play so that we can win.
The amount of work they do before entering the World Cup, they should have put enough amount of work to know that the World Cup is going to be challenging, like we do, right? We are IT engineers. We have one sprint which is running. We finish the sprint, then we start the next sprint. So we don't have a break. I don't think break matters as much.
I've been sitting here for the last 1 week waiting for you to come.
Thank you.
So you come, I'm ready with my answer. I think the more cricketers play, the better it is. For fast bowlers, yes, I don't think fatigue is a problem. Sometimes risk of injuries, but that can happen in training also. So I think they should keep playing, but they should be asked what their comfort level is. If somebody says that I want to rest for 3 weeks instead of 2 that is being given right now, then give it to them. I don't think fatigue is that much of a problem. Today it takes longer to go from Andheri to Nariman Point in Mumbai than it takes to go from Delhi to Bombay to play a match.
If you think that I'm getting tired and I can't play the IPL, it makes no sense. You should stop focusing on ads.
So a lot of people have this fear that they'll get injured and won't be able to play in the World Cup.
Injured, even you are standing lad, someone comes and bang you, you're getting injured. So don't take it lightly.
If I have a choice, I'll just give an example of what happened when the Apple released the iPhone 10. They were supposed to release 8, and then after an hour or so, they released 10, and it pretty much killed 8. I mean, people still bought it, but it was not. They knew that they had to kill 8 because 10 was the more important one that was there. So they kind of cannibalized their product. I think it's very important that a lot of players skip IPL because World Cup is the World Cup. It is the iPhone 10 as such.
So many students in India, they would prefer to spend their summer holidays watching an IPL. And without the favorite players, it'll be less exciting.
So play IPL for your summer holidays.
I think they have to play. They don't really have a choice, isn't it? The question is about how do they manage the bodies in IPL so that they're best equipped for it. What's actually impacting their body is the travel schedule, is the lack of sleep, and definitely the nutrition. If somebody sleeps 8 hours, it doesn't guarantee that they're going to be successful. But if you're not getting 8 hours of sleep or 10% of deep REM sleep consistently, you can pretty much guarantee that you will not be successful over a longer period of time.
The justice that needs to be done to a certain trophy, that takes a lot of prior practice and a lot of planning, years of practice. So if that is getting distorted, I think the priority should be the World Cup.
I've been waiting a long time for RCB to win. Let them play, no.
I feel a demoralizing result in IPL will affect their mindsets for the World Cup as well. Because all our Indian team players are there in various teams and only one team can win.
Come on, they're the sportsmen for a reason. I mean, what if they don't have the sportsmanship in them? That is the first thing to qualify, right? I mean, I'm not going to sit and cry just because I lost some eye for my... I'm sorry.
No, please go on. Yeah, don't worry. Mommy and Daddy are watching. Go on. Yeah. One second. Here, take this. Do you see this? It's a shower. Please dig it further now. Continue. Yeah.
I like cricket in general, so yeah, they should play both. Like the more the merrier.
Are you okay if your favorite players miss the knockouts in the IPL just to be a part of the World Cup?
Yeah, I guess that much discount can be given.
Makes sense. Like sometimes they say that, give it a pause before a big day, right? Like that they can take that 15 days to kind of recoup themselves mentally before going to the World Cup. Makes sense. I would go for it.
For one thing, India are the best transition players in the world. They switch formats all the time, but they seem to be the team that's mastered the ability to jump from one to the other. And the other factor is they're playing white ball cricket in the IPL. It's T20, it's a little bit different to the 50-over version. There's a bit more rhythm for a batsman in a long innings, but essentially they'll be playing that attacking style of cricket, and they'll have plenty of chance for everybody to have games under their belt and the whole squad to feel like they're in touch coming into the World Cup.
I want them to play both IPL as well as World Cup, because see, before you go to a series like World Cup, you need match fitness. You need to prove that match fitness, and IPL I think is the best chance.
What if Virat Kohli gets injured, ma'am? Who can replace him?
I can't even imagine that.
That can happen on the first match of the World Cup.
Check.
I don't think the fitness, that kind of fitness that he has.
Nothing can happen to him.
I'm sure.
I definitely go to the temple. I'm an atheist, I don't pray that much, but just for Virat Kohli, I'll go to the temple and pray saying that he does not get injured and he plays the whole season this year.
God bless him.
At the end of this debate, one thing is clear. India has a huge appetite when it comes to cricket. The fans need the IPL and the country needs the World Cup. While some of these opinions may seem stranger, the fact is we want our team to be out of danger before the World Cup. Because if they are fit and healthy, then the World Cup is surely ours.
उनको संभाल के ही रहना चाहिए।
हाँ, मतलब कैसा दो पैड दो हेलमेट?
नहीं ना? अभी उसको बीवी का जोर में छोड़ो, थोड़ा रेस्ट लेने दो।
कौन सी? अच्छा, विराट कोहली को बीवी के साथ
छोड़ो, उसका ब्रेक लेने दो थोड़ा।
आप ऐसा ब्रेक में आप बीवी के साथ टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं
क्या करना? हाँ, करना जरूर।
आपको रेस्ट होता है उससे?
हाँ, रेस्ट होता है, माइंड फ्री होता है।